Driving is one of the most hazardous activities performed by high Arctic employees. Pre-trip vehicle inspections are mandatory as part of the High Arctic Transportation Safety Program and are designed with these safety concerns in mind. It is important to perform a thorough pre-trip inspection to ensure your vehicle is ready and able to make the trip to its destination safely. The pre-trip inspection checklist has been designed to help facilitate this process. Be sure to complete each of these steps and verify on the Keep Truckin' app, or thoroughly fill out and sign your PTI checklist prior to leaving the site. First, confirm that you have your driver's license in the vehicle, along with your TDG and safety certifications if applicable. Next, verify that the registration and insurance documents found in the vehicle match the vehicle's license plate and unit number, along with the TAR and GVW. If you're a federal carrier and your vehicle is registered for 4,500 kilograms or more, verify that the TAR and GVW is clearly displayed on both sides of the vehicle. If applicable to your specific vehicle, load, and trip, verification of the following details, permits, and certifications must also be completed. Fatigue hours of service training, CVIP inspections and decal, safety fitness certificate, permit extended daily hours, CAODC convoy, heavy-duty training certificate, ODA, TDG, and any other required permits and documents. On completing the documentation check, turn the lights on, turn off the vehicle's engine, pop the hood, and exit, ensuring the vehicle's key is in your pocket. After verifying that the low-beam headlights are illuminating properly, a thorough hands-on inspection of the vehicle's engine compartment is required. Work your way from front to back. Be sure fan blades are intact and fan belts are clean and tight without any cracks. Look out for any loose or broken parts, leaking hoses, or leaching of any engine fluids. Next, check fluid levels. Make sure that the oil dipstick shows a reading within the safe range. Be sure that the transmission fluid shows a reading in the appropriate safe range as well, depending on whether the engine is currently hot or cold. Check that the coolant overflow reservoir is at the maximum level and that the washer fluid is topped up. Verify that the batteries are held firmly in place, the electrical cables are connected securely, and the battery posts are clean and uncorroded. Check the air filter monitor to see whether the air filter needs to be changed. Next, inspect electrical components to be sure they're in good condition and that all connections are secure with no signs of cracks, damage, or wear. Continue with your inspection of the vehicle by doing an exterior walk-around. Look to see that the hood is secure and is seated properly. Look over the grille, ensuring there are no cracks or loose sections. Make sure that the radiator fins are clean and straight, with no big dents and no signs of coolant leaks. Then onto the bumper, tow hooks, and valence to make sure that they are undamaged and firmly in place. Headlights, clearance lights, and fog lights should all be clean, clear, and free from cracks. If equipped with a VHF radio, check the antenna. Inspect the windshield for anything that could impede the driver's view. Inspect the front fender for any damage. Next, check inside the front wheel well to make sure that the shock absorber, spring hanger, U-joints, and drive shaft are all intact and secure. Using a tread gauge, check 2 spots on the tire to confirm that the required minimum tread depth of 7/32 of an inch is present. Make sure that there are no bulges or cracks on the tread or sidewall, and the bead looks good. Check for cracks and corrosion on the wheel, and make sure the lug nuts and hubcap are tight. Use a gauge to confirm that the tire pressure matches the spec displayed inside the driver's door frame, and check the mud flap to make sure it's firmly attached. Next, verify that the clearance light on the side mirror is illuminated and that the mirror is securely in place. Check the driver's side window for damage and the door panel for major dents. Ensure that the door handle and latch are in good working order, and that the company name is clearly visible on the vehicle. Mandatory safety equipment must be on board the vehicle and easily accessible. Check for road triangles and a first aid kit in the back of the cab. It is also recommended that you assess the needs for additional seasonal safety supplies, such as a safety blanket, bottled water, and warm clothing. Make sure that the running board is undamaged and solidly attached. Then check underneath the vehicle to confirm that the powertrain, transmission, and exhaust systems appear intact and that there are no signs of major leaks. Next, check that the rear clearance lights and back window are both clean and unobstructed. If the vehicle is equipped with a dry box, verify that it is secure and closed tight. Check that the fuel door opens, the caps are on tight, and that the door closes securely. Next, scan the rear fender for any damage. Then look inside the rear wheel well to make sure that the suspension and leaf springs are all intact, unobstructed, and secure. Measure 2 spots on the tire to be sure that the required minimum tread depth is met. Ensure that there are no bulges or cracks on the tread or sidewall and the bead looks good. Inspect the wheel for cracks and corrosion and make sure that the lug nuts and hubcap are on tight. Check that tire pressure is correct to specification. And verify that the mud flap is securely attached. This inspection process should also be repeated for the passenger side rear and front tires. Next, check the left tail light. Make sure that the clearance light is on and the lens is clean and undamaged. Inspect the tailgate. Check that the license plate is secure and that the plate light is illuminated. Scan for any damage and ensure that the towing package is solidly connected. Look under the vehicle to ensure that the spare tire is there and firmly attached. Next, open the tailgate. Verify that the fire extinguisher is charged and fastened in place and that any other loose items are secure. Then close the tailgate, making certain that the latch mechanism is locking correctly. Check the right tail light, the rear right fender, and the exhaust pipe, making sure that all are undamaged and functioning properly. Repeat the tire, body, and door inspections for the passenger side of the vehicle, ensuring the same detailed inspection of both front and rear tires. With the walk-around now complete, get in the vehicle. Start the engine and turn on the headlights. Adjust the rearview mirror. Check windshield wipers and washer fluid. Check the sun visor. Make sure the horn is working. Verify that left and right signal lights are operating properly. Check air conditioning, heater, and window defroster. Adjust the seat belt and position of the driver's seat. And properly position the side view mirrors. Be sure to check the instrumentation panel to visually check the alternator, coolant temperature, oil pressure, and fuel gauge. With the engine still running, turn on the high beams and activate the front left turn signal. Walk to the front of the vehicle to verify that the high beam headlights and signal light are working properly. Next, turn on the vehicle's fog lights and activate the front right turn signal. From in front of the vehicle, check to ensure that those lights are operating. Turn on the 4-way emergency flashers. Walk to the front of the vehicle to confirm that they're working. On the way back to the cab of the vehicle, listen to the engine for any unusual sounds that might indicate a mechanical problem. If a coworker is available, have them assist you in checking to ensure that the rear left turn signal is working. Same with the rear right turn signal. Check the brake lights and rear clearance light, the reverse lights, and the 4-way flashers. As a High Arctic Energy Services employee, your trip is classified as a journey if it includes one or more of the following: more than 4 hours of travel time from your city, base, or field location, anticipated adverse road or weather conditions, any other safety reason you feel your trip should be documented as a journey. Refer to the Journey Management Risk Assessment to determine if the trip is necessary. To initiate a journey, drivers are to call 1-855-232-2682 2319 to log their trip prior to departing. Drivers are to indicate if they anticipate any cell phone service issues that may arise during their journey, and communicate any unexpected delays or changes that arise after initiating a journey. Drivers are required to check in with the Journey Management Call Center as specified in the Journey Management Risk Assessment. Once you arrive at your destination, please remember to call 1-855-232-2319 to end your journey. A proactive, intentional inspection of your vehicle and following all journey management guidelines is the best way to keep all drivers safe and prepared for their journey. Safe travels!